Hello and welcome to another episode of Gig and Tell podcast. I'm Tash,
I'm Flo.
and today we're going to be going through Reddit stories. Am I the asshole concert edition? Is that
Yeah.
right? And just going through our opinions and thoughts on what people have posted onto Reddit to see what we kind of think about it. So this is a bit of it. We've never done anything like this before. I really like watching other people reacting to Reddits, and I love reading Reddits myself. Like me and Harrison used to go through Reddits all the time, like literally every day. Whenever we'd speak, we'd go through Reddit stories.
Mhm.
I find them so interesting. So this will be a fun episode to film, I think.
Yeah, something a little bit different. And I feel like it helps us to. I think we've discussed some of the things, some of the do's and don'ts and things like that for concerts before as well. So this is kind of going to be like hammering home on some of them maybe as well.
Yes, definitely,
Yeah.
100%. Let's dive straight in.
Let's do it. Okay, so number one. Am I the asshole for telling my husband I won't go on vacation with him and my in laws but go to a concert instead?
Oh,
So I, 31 female, booked a concert ticket last month to see my favourite artist. The concert is in August and I've been saving up and looking forward to it for a long time. My husband doesn't really like this artist and I initially planned to buy 2 tickets for us, but he refused my offer and said he's not interested to go to that concert. I decided to go alone and booked a VIP ticket for myself.
slay.
Yesterday, my husband told me that my mother-in-law has planned and booked an expensive family vacation for us for 1 week. I was happy when I heard we'd be going on a family vacation, but then he told me the date and they overlap directly with the concert. I told him that I'd rather stay behind and go to the concert instead of going on vacation. My husband was upset and said he thought I'd put family first instead of prioritising the concert. So am I the asshole for choosing the concert? I'm genuinely wondering if I'm being selfish here. What would you have done if you were in my shoes?
Oh, that is such a tough one. It really depends, I think, on how important the artist is to you. But I think that what really helps is you booked that first.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that if you'd have been told about the family vacation holiday, that felt weird saying vacation because we do not say that here in England. But if you'd been told to that you were going on that and then booked the ticket knowing that the dates overlapped and you chose to do that instead, maybe I think that that would cause more reason for you to be the asshole.
Mm-hmm.
However, because you had already got that booked first, you'd expressed how much you wanted that. I think that's then surely on them for not checking that you weren't busy.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I think,
I would never just book a holiday for somebody without checking that
yeah,
they were free that
just
date.
expect that they can go.
Yeah.
There could be so much, like, they might not be able to get it off work, like,
Hmm.
there's so much that is involved in booking a holiday,
Yeah.
and then to expect them to, because they stated this as their favourite artist.
Yeah. See?
You know what I mean? Like, you can change a holiday date, you can't change a concert date, that's already
100%. I think that if you're in that situation, you just go back to the in-laws and say, listen, I'm really sorry, I can't do the week that day because I've got something already booked, which I'm really, really want to go to. So can we move the holiday at
Mhm,
all? And if they say no, say, okay, well, I'm really sorry, but I already had prior plans.
mhm,
I think that, like it sucks and obviously it's a horrible position to be in, but if that's what you want to do, you have one life.
mhm,
So do what
yeah,
it is that you want to do. You don't have to please everybody else. But it's just unfortunate that's happened that way. And I do understand that
mhm,
it could cause conflicts, but you had that booked first. And I think
absolutely,
it's silly to not check that
yeah.
that person would be free.
Well, there is an edit as well.
Okay.
So update, I've read through all the comments and wanted to address and clarify a few points that keep coming up. The artist is BTS, and quite a few people have asked whether I could sell my ticket and attend a different show in another city instead. Unfortunately, the entire tour is sold out and there are no VIP tickets available for any other dates. If I were to cancel now, I would have to downgrade significantly to whatever seats might still be left, which isn't really an option for me.
Fair.
Completely valid if you ask me. VIP pit is very different to seated.
Yeah.
Several people
And
have also,
VIP.
yeah, VIP, like, yeah, absolutely not. Several people also asked if I could join the family later, after the concert. The answer is it's both possible and impossible at the same time. The family trip is to South Africa for a safari. Last year I came across a luxury safari lodge online and casually mentioned to my husband how amazing it would be to experience something like that for one day. No,
One day.
one day, yeah.
Yeah.
It's far beyond our usual vacation budget, so I never imagined it would actually happen. it turns out my
Oh.
husband saved this info and noted it down, and when the opportunity came up, he made it a reality. My mother-in-law has already paid for the entire accommodation and it's non-refundable. Even if I tried to join later, the safari would already be halfway through. The logistics of catching up, including extra flights, transfers, potentially separate arrangements, would be extremely complicated and prohibitively expensive. Thank you all for the suggestions and for caring enough to offer ideas. I really appreciate it.
Oh, that's nice. She seems lovely. I think that this really does help actually, knowing that you had been the one to put it forward because it's not like you're saying, I don't want to come away with you. It's like you want it to do that as
Yeah.
well. So I think the fact that this idea of wanting to do it coming from you also, like, one makes it harder for you, I understand, but two
Mhm.
makes it feel like, well, she's not just missing out because she
Yeah.
doesn't want to do it because you've expressed that you
Yeah.
want to.
And I believe she said in the comments at some point as well, she's responded to someone else's comment and she said, like, they wanted to surprise her, that's why they didn't check. But I just feel like you can do the surprise, but it's not booked yet,
Yeah.
and be like, "Look, this is what we're gonna do." You know, get like a little, like what we do, get a little like ticket printed,
Mhm.
and but to say like, "Oh, you're gonna go to this,"
Mhm.
and then just discuss the dates and make sure it lines up. And it,
Yeah.
like, if you've specifically booked this to surprise her because it's a trip she wants to go on, why not make sure she's free?
Yeah. I agree.
And or at least if they wanted to surprise her, discuss it with the husband.
I
He knew
think that
what
what
date the
they've
concert
probably done
was.
is discuss it with the husband, and because he doesn't have it in his calendar that they're doing something, he's just gone, "Oh yeah, we're free."
Well,
At which point, that's the husband's fault. That's not on you. So if the in-laws have a problem with you, they should have a problem with the son.
mhm,
The son.
absolutely. I'm sure. Let me find it.
It's a really tough one though, because that's really sad, especially if she really wanted to go on that holiday. And it
Mhm,
isn't like I understand everyone would have a different opinion on this. However, I think that it's very evident it's not about the family.
mhm,
It's not about her not wanting to go away with the family and not
yeah,
wanting to go on this holiday. I just think that it's very easy to say to the husband, tell like from the in-laws, tell the husband, if you can just tell her to keep this week free, we're gonna book this. And then if he mentions it to her and she says like, okay, she doesn't have to know what's going on,
mhm,
just that she needs to keep that week free or book it off or
yeah,
whatever. And then there's not a problem. And that would have been the best way to do it because you're still surprising them and they don't know that it's coming from the in-laws either
mhm,
because he just says keep this week free.
yeah. I think there's definitely so many other ways that that could have been handled to make sure, like, the amount of things that we've booked to surprise friends, and there's always a way to
Mhm,
find out if they're free on a specific date,
mhm.
whether it's pretending there's something else and asking if they're free,
Yeah,
or yeah, like you say, like we've asked friends' parents before to just say like, keep this date free,
yeah,
things like that. Like there's things you can do.
yeah, 100%.
Definitely.
So no, I don't think you're the asshole for wanting to do that instead. I think that you've been put in a very unfortunate position and that you should do what it is that you want to do because you have one life and that really, if it was that important, they should have checked with you first that you could make the day.
Hmm. I just think, like, if this is her favourite artist and this
Mhm.
is a huge deal, she's booked VIP, he must at least know what month the concert is
Yeah,
to have thought when his mum suggested the date.
yeah,
Hmm,
yeah.
maybe I should check when that concert is. It's not hard to Google.
Mhm.
Just Google the tour dates.
And it's
Find
not
out
like
when
he
the one in
hasn't
that
been
city is.
asked.
Yeah.
Like like she's booked it and he didn't have any idea that she'd booked it. Like
Hmm.
she'd literally asked him, "Come with me," and he said no. So,
And I mean, let's be honest, most couples have a shared calendar as well.
mhm. I
Whether it
agree.
is a paper one in the house or an app on your phone, most, I know not all of them do. I
And I
don't.
know that probably the family are probably gonna think, like, if she's seen that artist before, well, you've seen that artist a million times, but you've never been on a safari. But, like, that's what she wants to do, that's what she wants to
Yeah,
do.
absolutely. It's a bit like first come, first serve is not the right phrase, but she'd booked that first. That's her priority.
Yeah. And I feel sad for her because what an opportunity, and I would be
Hmm.
gutted if I was already VIP for water parks and then found out
Yeah.
that something that I really wanted to do had been booked for me, and I
Yeah.
had to choose between the two of them, and, like, it's heartbreaking.
Also, I know she said it's non-refundable, but does that not mean does that still mean it's not movable?
Yeah, just by a week.
Yeah. I feel like
Mm.
there's probably something they'd be able to do if they really wanted to.
Also, if they've done it so that they don't have anything refundable when it's for a surprise and they haven't checked if she's available, then again, I'm sorry, that's on the parents.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
on it's on the
Yeah.
in-laws.
Yep.
Get
100%.
refundable tickets if you're surprising
Yeah.
somebody.
Like, or you get, like, one of the, like one of the
Some
protections that
sort of
you can
protection,
move
yeah.
it if you need to. Yeah, there's definitely stuff that could have been done.
Yeah. That's not on you, girlie. It's not on you. Are we in agreement?
Yeah, 100% not the asshole.
Not the asshole. And some people just won't get it.
No.
I was speaking to a customer at work the other day, and she was with someone that used to work at the place that I work,
Mhm.
and I didn't work with him, and he left. He just worked there before I worked there. And he came in and he was saying, like, "How's your podcast getting on?" Because he's followed me on Facebook, so he's watching all of the reels and stuff coming up. And he said, "How's your podcast coming on? And how many concerts have you been to?" And I said, "I haven't updated any of my concert notes this year. I really need to do it. I think the only one I've done is like All Time Low." But I said, "I think that we're at around 150, 160 now." And he was like, "Whoa, like I've been to like maybe 4." He has been to see Catfish on the Bottom though, which I'm very jealous of. And she was like, "I've never been to one. There's too many people there. Like that's not for me." And I was like, "Some people just won't get it."
No.
And I understand that there's a lot of people there. I understand that, but um,
It's it will never make
my love
sense
for
to us because that's
music,
how we were
my love for
raised.
music, prevails. I'm
Yeah.
afraid. So, um, yeah, some people just won't understand that, and that's not a you problem. That's a them problem.
Yeah. Okay, have a controversial one now.
Oh, okay.
Am I the asshole for moving forward through a concert crowd?
Hmm. This is going to be tough. Go
Okay.
on.
My headline isn't as crazy as others, but I need to know. I went to a small band concert. It is held in a hall and not a stadium setting. My ticket is the freestanding zone ticket because there's no more seated tickets. When I arrived, the hall was packed. Like the crowd was right at the door at the back of the hall. I could not let my money go to waste, so I squeezed through the gaps and actually saw that there was some spaces in front. I said, "Excuse me," throughout the way. I didn't push anyone nor shove people to get behind me. I just moved into spaces that were available towards the front. By front, I do not mean in front of the stage. I was far away from the stage and just wanted to move slightly further in front because I cannot see anything at the back.
Yep.
Then I saw a nice spot. It was more than enough for me or for two skinny people to fit in there. So, of course, I moved to the front because no one was there. This lady gave me the darkest face as if I killed her entire family and said, "You can't cut through people. I was at the front first." Before I could process what she said, my boyfriend pulled me to the back. I did not go into that space with my boyfriend. I went alone because it was nice for one person. But it's literally a freestanding zone. Why wouldn't I move if there's a space? After I was pulled to the back, she held her friend's hand so that nobody could pull them apart, which is crazy because I didn't even know she had friends because they had made space and made it seem like they were two groups of people. In my opinion, I don't think I'm wrong to move towards the space when the back is literally crowded. We literally paid for the same ticket and it's not a queue. And I did not shove anyone out of the way, I just moved into the space. Why wouldn't she or her friends fill up the space? I don't think people should just be left at the back just because you guys want your own space. If you're a concert goer, let me know what I'm supposed to do. Am I supposed to wait outside the door because there was no space for me to go in?
Oh, what a tough position. I do think it's very weird. Like, it's not quite adding up to me. You've moved to the front, you've gone with just your boyfriend, and you were just leaving him at the back.
Hmm. I think there's a few things not quite
That doesn't add
worded
up to
right
me.
here. Yeah. I think what she means is they've moved further forward and then a space has opened up and she stepped into it, is what it sounds like to me.
Right, okay. So they have kind of wiggled through a little bit. Not to anyone's inconvenience, but they've wiggled through. The space came free, so she's left her boyfriend like what, a person space,
Yeah.
and moved into that space because she can see better or
That's what it
whatever.
seems like to me.
Okay.
Which, it's really tough because we go to concerts in large groups
Mhm.
and it's hard when someone wants to go to the toilet, a couple of people want to drink, and you're like, I've got to try and keep space for an extra 3 people that
Yes,
have
there
just
could be
disappeared.
external factors that we don't know about, like those friends were waiting for someone to come back, so it wasn't really a space.
However, when we go in those groups and multiple people go at the same time, they know there's probably not going to be as much space when they get back.
Yeah.
Like, we try, like, we'll stand with maybe our feet a bit further apart and we'll try and just take up a bit more space than we usually would. But at the end of the day, at a concert, if someone moves, you move into the space.
Yeah, I think as long as they're not like we've had it before where someone's literally came and stood like we've been talking to each other and they've came and stood right in between us.
Yeah,
And it's like you can see on with that group, why the fuck have you just stood right in between us?
yeah.
Like that is rude. And this space is not available for you
Mhm.
because I am talking, and it's like they've squeezed through. Like there's not room. It's
Yeah,
just that I'm not talking to you, so our noses are touching.
yeah.
I'm talking to you, so there's an average gap between us. But there's not
Mhm.
enough really room for like a
Yeah.
person to stand there. And when that happens, that is really annoying. And don't get me wrong, those people have their move because we've made a point of, sorry, we're with these people,
Mhm.
or carried on talking, and then they'll move out the way.
Yeah.
But it is an awkward situation to be put in because, like you say, it is freestanding, so you should be able to go wherever you want to go. Equally, I've been on the flip side of the coin where I have queued there for hours and hours and hours and then just watched someone shove through and come to the front. And it's like, dude, like,
Mhm.
I've been here for so long. Um, but if you were being polite about it and there was just an open space and you were
Mhm.
just looking for a better view, I don't really see the problem with that.
Mhm.
I think that the people that you'd have gone and stood by should have probably been a bit nicer with how they said to you, like, I'm really sorry that space isn't available. I'm just waiting for my friend. Or I don't know. If they did just literally have a problem with her coming forwards
Mhm.
because they wanted more room, then tough shit
Yeah.
because
You're in
that's
a
not how it
crowd. Yeah,
works.
100%. I think it's really tough because I'm picturing this as like
Where do you think I've got somewhere in my head of where this is
I'm
happening.
picturing the O2 Academy
Okay.
Birmingham when we got there for McFly and we
Mhm.
were really late because it was a hectic day.
Mhm.
Multiple things happened. We got there late. And literally I remember getting to the doors to go into that main bit and people were literally backed up against the doors. But once you get past a few rows, there's more space. So
Yeah.
yeah, like it did feel like you couldn't even get in because people were literally like blocking the doors and they were right up against the back. But I think those people are at the back because that's where they want to be.
Yeah. As
And
soon as you
then
made your way in and went round to the other side of the room, there was
there
space.
was more space. So like I think it's a really tough line because I mean I'm always skeptical. Like when I see a large gap in front in a crowd, I'm always skeptical about it because the amount of times like when me and mom saw My Chemical Romance a few years ago, and we were like, why is there such a huge space in front of us? Like just a few there's like three rows of people in front of us, and then a massive space. We're like, what's going on? When we moved forward, it's because there was a massive pile of sick in the middle of it. That's why no one was standing there. So I'm always hesitant when I see a large space, like a suspiciously large space.
Mhm.
I'm always like, there's a reason
Yeah.
that that space is there.
Yeah.
But if it's just that people aren't squashing up as much as they should, like no one should be squashed.
Yeah.
But if you're just trying to have loads of space, that's
Room
not
gets
how it
created
works.
when the concert is happening. When the artist comes on stage, room gets made because you're all dancing and having a good time, and
Mhm.
room just is made without you even noticing that anyone's moved.
Yeah.
It just happens.
It's crazy how far you move at the
Yeah.
gig. Like,
And you don't even notice it, and then you go, huh, this was not my view before.
yeah, and you're suddenly like, that was like over there before and now it's right in front of me. And it's because I've moved, not stage. The stage hasn't moved.
Mhm.
Or you'll be
Just
like,
because you're jumping.
I was centre, I was in front of the front man, and now I'm in front of the bassist. It just happens sometimes.
Mhm.
And you literally don't realise. Um, but yeah, I think there's some things not being explained properly here.
Mhm.
But I think if you're in a crowd and there is space to move and no one else is like moving into it, then why wouldn't you?
Mhm. I agree.
Like that's you're in a crowd and there's two people in front of you and they disappear. You step forward into their space.
Mhm.
That's just how it works. You don't go, "Oh, no, that was their space, we've got to wait until they come
Because
back."
someone else will come in and move there.
And they might not come back.
Mhm.
They might have decided, "I'd rather go and find more space elsewhere and watch it from there." Like, there could be a medical issue and they're not gonna come back. Like, it could be anything, you don't know.
Yeah, as soon as that person leaves, that's free ground then.
Mhm. But equally, if you've done that and they do come back, prepare for you to have less space.
Mhm. It's just an awkward one, there is no right answer. I think, like,
Mm.
but like you say, you've paid for your standing ticket and it's just general standing, you get to where you can to find a
Yeah.
space. But I think as long as you're not moaning because you can't see the whole time, because that's part
Mhm.
of the freestanding.
Yeah. I think if you were pushing through to the front, where there are people who have queued all day, that's a bit more of an asshole move.
Mhm,
But I think what she's saying is like, I'm picturing the O2 Academy. She's just pushed through to the middle.
mhm.
She's just gone through to where the main crowd is and she's
Yeah,
just tried to squish through a bit, which I think is fair game.
yeah,
Because let's be honest, most people at that, like when you get to halfway back at the academy, those are people that have arrived at doors but after.
mhm.
It's only the people in front of the halfway line, in my opinion, that have usually queued.
Yeah,
So I think, like, just trying to get into the middle of the crowd, just trying to get to a spot where you can see a bit better,
yeah. When we say queued,
fine.
we mean queued before doors, like intentionally queued for the
Yeah,
concert,
like
not
people that
like
have queued
turned
for
up and
hours
gone,
and
"Oh my
hours
God,
and
I've got
hours.
a queue for." Because sometimes you turn up at doors and you do have to queue for an hour because there's already a queue formed.
Yeah,
But we're talking about the people that have queued all day or for a couple of hours before doors or whatever, just to try and get a good space. And sometimes it looks like there's a big gap because people are sat down
yeah,
and people are all sat on the floor. And to be fair, when they all stand up, that creates a little bit more room
and
because everyone was
everyone
sat
goes
cross-legged and then
forward.
everyone can move forward a
Yeah,
little bit. But yeah, it's an awkward situation to be in, and it's never nice to be shouted at for moving into space that you didn't realise was not
yeah,
available because, as far as you could see,
it was. Yeah.
it was.
I just
So,
think if
and
you
they don't
wanted
have
that
any
space,
kind
you
of,
should have moved into it first.
yeah, they don't have any kind of say over what you do. So you should have stood your ground and just stood
Mhm,
there.
100%.
But why you'd want to spend it away from the one person you've came with blows my mind. But
Mhm.
that doesn't add up to me.
Yeah, yeah,
Because she's came with a boyfriend and moved in. She's literally said there was room for one person, so she just her moved. So what? Where have you left your boyfriend?
yeah, yeah.
Odd.
There's some odd things in there, but I think if she's just saying she's just gone a little bit further forward just to try and push her luck to see if she can see a bit better,
Mhm.
it's fair game.
Yeah.
But equally, I think people are a little bit too protective with people pushing in now as well.
Mhm. People
Like,
really get their backs up.
it's so frustrating sometimes. I think I said it fairly recently about when I saw Paramore with Adam, and it was like nearly the end of the show. There was like a few songs left, and I was like, I need the toilet. Like, it's not like me,
Mhm.
but I was like, I need the toilet. I had to leave. And coming back, even halfway back, and this is an arena, so at halfway back, what view are you even fighting
Yeah,
for?
yeah.
Um, and it was just like impossible. Like, I was like tapping people on the shoulder saying, sorry, like, can I just get, and no one would move and let me through. And I was like, I'm not gonna, there's two songs left now by the time I've got back.
Yeah.
If I wanted to push through for a better view, I'd have done that 2 hours ago.
Yeah.
Like, so I think, honestly, a lot of the time, it's the people in the crowd being the asshole.
Yeah.
Like, I've just been to the toilet and I'm just trying to
Thinking
get
they
back.
have some sort of high ground that you don't.
Yeah. There's too many assumptions, and I think a lot of people can be really selfish,
Mhm.
and they're not thinking like, oh, like, it's the end of the show, maybe they went to the toilet and are coming back.
Yeah.
So to be honest, like, and it's general admission, like she says, it's not like designated spaces, so just being like, you can't cut through, I was here first.
Yeah, if you were being polite about it like you say you were, and you were just moving forward into a space that you thought was available, and these people started having a go at you because you were stood somewhere that they didn't want you to stand, who the fuck are they? You are not the asshole.
This one. Tough one, this.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Am I the asshole for selling my daughter's concert tickets because she didn't do her chores?
Oh, that is harsh. Okay. Yes, you are. Go on.
I, 46 female, a mum to my daughter, 15 female, Lizzie.
15 as well, prime fangirl era.
She's always loved Sabrina Carpenter. And
Oh.
earlier this year, she begged me for concert tickets for her and her friend. I was more than happy to, but I told her she would have to help in order to get the tickets. I work as a nurse and I have 2 kids to look after on my own, as well as a dog and a household. I gave her some chores to do over the next couple of weeks, including walking and feeding the dog, cutting the grass, taking the bins out, and a bit of washing up. These small tasks really help, as I don't usually have time to do these things. The
Cutting the
first,
grass is a rough one, I must say.
yeah, but I mean,
At 15, I wouldn't
yeah.
have cut the grass, but carry on.
Well, I didn't at 15, but I had done earlier. I'd been cutting the grass at 12, 13 for a bit of
I
pocket money.
literally hate cutting the grass. You couldn't pay
Oh
me
yeah, no,
anyway.
you couldn't pay me now, but at the time, bit of pocket money.
Fair enough.
Absolutely. I want I want a fiver. I'll do I'll cut the grass. That's essentially what this is.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, Sabrina Carpenter tickets were not cheap.
No, no.
This post was 2 years ago, but those tickets would not have been cheap.
Mhm.
Like, if you're thinking for me, it was like £5 because you've helped out a lot this week.
Mhm.
That's a lot of ticket. That's a lot of chores to
Yeah,
get to the £80 you would have paid for that
yeah.
ticket. Um, the first 2 weeks were fine, but after that she started slacking. She was only doing her chores once or twice a week, which was not enough to help me as work is hard. I told her I would sell the tickets I bought if she didn't help more. They were about £560 in total, which was affordable, but enough that she had to do her chores to earn it. She got.
Huh? For 2 tickets?
I don't know what tickets they bought, but it was her and a friend as well. I'm guessing it was
Yeah.
possibly secondhand. Maybe. I don't
Girlie,
know.
don't buy from Viagogo.
No, we don't enable it. She got super angry and told me it was unfair and that she'd help more, but it didn't happen, so I sold the tickets. She's not talking to me now and calling me the worst parent ever, and her friend is pretty upset she can't go.
Yeah, that's rough on the friend. I don't think you should have sold the tickets. I think you should have gave the ticket to
To the friend,
another the friend for another
yeah.
friend.
But equally, the friend hasn't paid for it, the parent has.
True. See if
And
someone
she's
else will
warned her
go
kid.
then
She
and get them
said,
to
"Come
pay.
on, you're slacking.
Mhm.
Help out more." And then she hasn't just done it. She's warned her.
Yes, I suppose. The fact that she has warned them does make her a little
Yeah.
bit better.
Um. I told her if she simply helped like I asked, this wouldn't be the situation. Am I the asshole? I think it's perfectly fair. What do you think? Edit. Some people are saying I need to take my own responsibilities around the house. I am a nurse and a mother trying to work to make money and help to raise my kids. Dishes are far out of the picture at the end of the day, and help is appreciated.
I do think the fact that she said this girl is only doing her chores 3 times a week, it's not good enough, is a bit like, gosh, she's a 15-year-old
15,
girl. Like,
yeah.
you can't expect her to be fully cleaning your house every day of your life. Like, I understand that you're a busy mother, but that's not what you've had a child for. Like, you decided to have the child
Mhm.
and you knew that you had to work.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit like, well, that if that child is helping you, that child's helping you whether it's 3 times a week or not.
Mhm.
Like, most kids
Yeah.
wouldn't do that even 3 times a week.
I think this
You're
is a
exploiting your
yeah.
child.
I think this is a really, really tough one because I don't think the issue is what she's done, but it's the extent like it's how much she expected.
Yeah,
Like, I think if she was literally doing nothing,
yeah,
fair enough, that was your deal. You've warned her and you've
yeah,
said, look, you need to help or I'm gonna sell them.
yeah.
And you've warned her. But I do agree, like, she's 15. It shouldn't be all on her.
Mhm.
But also it's tough as a parent because you're trying to teach them as well. Like,
That doesn't mean you should punish a friend as well, though. I do not agree with this.
I find it really tough because I mean, maybe the offer should have been to sell them to the friend,
Yeah.
see if the friend's parents could pay it, but equally that friend was getting a free ticket.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
it's a
yeah.
tough one because if that was offered and the friend's parents wouldn't pay it,
Mhm.
that's not her fault either because £560 is a lot
Mhm.
for 2 tickets.
Yeah.
So, I can understand if you're like, "Well, she's not doing it, so I need to get rid of them." You want the money back.
Yeah.
We don't know if that was offered to the friend first,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think maybe if she's saying, yeah, she's slacking, she's only doing chores once or twice a week. It's really tough because I think if it wasn't for the amount it seemed that she'd put on her,
Yeah.
then absolutely not the asshole
Mhm.
because that was your deal. She's got to earn it. It's a lot of money, and
Mhm.
you've warned her and you said, "Look, you need to do more," and then she's not done more.
Yeah, I
That's
do understand that.
on her.
Yeah.
But to be expecting her to walk and feed the dog, cut the grass, take the bins out, do the washing up, that's a lot for a 15-year-old to be doing every week.
Yeah. Bearing in mind they're 15 as well, so they're going for exam period.
Yeah, like they've got homework. They're still gonna want a social life while they're still young.
And yeah, last year or 2 at school.
Yeah, because this is they've put £560. This is UK,
Yeah.
so she is probably in her
Year
GCSE
11.
year.
Yeah.
Tough one because I think the premise, not the asshole,
Yeah.
but maybe this should have been like more fair.
If you
And
just said to her, "I need you to do some chores for me, these are the chores," and then she didn't do them, fair
mhm,
enough. But the fact that for weeks, you've said that for weeks she did these things all the
mhm,
time, and then after a couple of weeks, you're talking like what, half a month, for the rest of the month, she's said, "Oh, okay, well, she's only doing it twice a week now, which isn't as much as I wanted, so I'm going to warn her." And then she carried on doing them twice a week and you've taken the tickets off her. I just think
mhm,
that is a bit harsh. And I know that it's really hard when you talk about parenting because everyone will parent different.
mhm.
Everyone will. But this is why I'm not a parent. Why I don't
Yeah.
think I could be a parent because I could never, unless they did something really bad, I could never be like, I'll promise you this, but I'll take it away from you
Mhm,
because you haven't done what I wanted. Like, I understand there being a deal, but I think that if you needed to set out, like, if you wanted her to do them every day, did you say to her,
mm.
"You need to do these
Yeah.
chores every day for the next 2 months?"
Mhm. Well, I have someone who's put my thoughts very well in one of the comments.
Okay.
So they've said, "Okay, I'm confused. You said for the next 2 weeks you had chores for her. She did that, but then more weeks followed and she got tired. Just want clarification on the agreement, and she asked for this as a gift, but you agreed to it as more of an agreement.
Ooh, yeah.
So not the asshole if it's an agreement you both made, but I think the terms should have been better laid out, or maybe you did, but you didn't type it. But I do want to know what the chores normally look like. Does she and the other child usually help? Do they know their chores and why they're important? If they don't usually help and are accustomed to not helping, I could see her getting upset when all of a sudden she has school and a bunch of chores, regardless of agreement. Not saying your agreement was wrong or anything, but I think moving forward, the daily chores and why they're important should be discussed. If you don't have her do the chores to focus on school or whatever reason and burn yourself out, then you're failing yourself and the kids. I have no idea what your shoes are like, just saying this should be further discussed."
Yeah.
And OP has replied, "Very insightful. Obviously, more was discussed than what I shared in the post. The agreement was that she would keep doing the chores up until the time of the concert."
I don't like that she's put, "Obviously, there was more to the agreement than what I've typed out."
Mm,
You've asked for help and haven't given us the full story. That's on you.
yeah.
We can't give you proper feedback if you don't tell us the full story. So, you're an idiot, but
Hmm.
carry on.
Yeah.
Whatever. Next. Yep.
I'm just seeing if there's anything else
Has she
interesting in
not
the
replied
comments.
more to that, or?
Um,
I just think that how long is it between then and the concert
mhm,
that you're getting her to do the chores for? Because I agree. she's put, like, a couple of weeks, and she's done it for a couple of weeks, and now she's saying do it longer.
Mhm.
Also, I'm not being funny, I don't think you're teaching your child anything, because I think that if anything now, if you ask her to do chores, she's gonna be like, "Fuck you, no." I would be. I'd be like, "No, thanks."
It's gonna be tough on the relationship for sure, and I can understand why the daughter is reacting like that.
She's at an
But
age as well where she's gonna be like, "Oh, well, I
but
I did all that for nothing."
my thoughts are I look at kids now and there's not enough consequences on them. So while I think this was harsh,
Yeah, okay.
I think there are too many kids now that, you're telling them to stop misbehaving and their responses are, well, what are you gonna do?
Mhm.
And I think there's too many kids just being given what they want because parents can't be bothered to deal with the tantrums. And I do think if that's the agreement you made, she needs to work for it.
I think in hindsight, what probably would have been better to do would say, "I'm not able to get you that as a gift, I'm sorry." And then as a separate situation have said, "I really need you to help me out with chores.
Mhm,
Please help me out." Get her to help out with chores. So there's not an incentive there as to why she's got to. She just needs to do these chores to help you as a mother, because that is the right thing to do.
mhm,
And then at the end of it, say, "Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. Here's a reward. I've bought you the
mhm,
tickets."
mm,
Because then it's like, "Oh, if I help, maybe
mhm,
I'll get a reward for it."
mm,
And she's done that off her own back then.
mm.
Maybe that would have been a better way of doing it.
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. It is difficult because I remember mum telling us a story about when she told, like, me time and time again, "I'm gonna take your stuffed animal off you if you do keep on doing that." And I did it time and time again, and she threatened time and time again, "If you do that, I'm taking your favourite stuffed dog away from you."
Mhm,
And then I did it, and she took my favourite stuffed dog.
mhm.
And she was like, "It broke my heart, but I had to teach you that you couldn't walk all over me."
There was a huge age difference there, though, between 15
No, I
and
know, but I'm
maybe a
saying
lot
that, like,
younger,
she felt
but
really bad that she's had to do that. But
yeah.
if that person, if the child isn't doing what they're told time and time again,
Mm,
when you've been told before already, if you do that again, you're not
mhm,
getting this, or I'm taking this off you.
yeah. And she did it with her brother as well.
Yeah,
She did it with her brother as well with his PlayStation.
yeah, she did, yeah.
If you keep doing that, your PlayStation's going in the bin.
And it was again, time and time again, still doing the
Yeah.
same thing. Okay, well, your
And
PlayStation's going there.
she's told me, like, the way that she cried when she had to do it.
Yeah,
And I think that's where it's really tough because I don't think we know enough detail of what exactly was discussed.
yeah,
But I think maybe there was just a little bit too much for her to keep up with, if you bear in mind she is at GCSE age.
yeah,
I think if maybe she was early high school,
yeah.
well, then I'd probably have a problem with her going to Sabrina Carpenter, to be
Yeah,
fair.
yeah, true.
But, like, you know what I mean? Like, you just have more time when you're just that bit younger or
Yeah,
that bit older because you're not in the middle of exams. But when
yeah,
you're in the middle of exams, that is hard enough. The way that you have to, revise and you've still got homework as well as the revision. You'll have homework for a completely different subject and you're thinking, which do I do? Because, well, this exam's closer,
yeah.
but that homework's due.
And
And
it's a
like,
lot of things, like, if it was just, you can do this, if every day for the next 2 months before this
hmm
concert, you walk the dog and do the dishes,
hmm
I would be more on her side. But to walk
yeah.
the dog, do the dishes, mow the lawn, what was the other one?
So walk and feed the dog, cut the grass,
Feed
take
the
the
dog,
bins out, do the washing up.
take the bins out. That's a lot to put on a 15-year-old every day for
hmm
months and months and months.
Yeah,
I think personally,
yeah.
whether I just had, sorry, my kit number one, whether I just had a particularly great upbringing, I don't know.
hmm
Maybe I'm speaking privileged, but I don't know. Something doesn't quite sit right with me, but I understand your reasoning behind what you've done.
hmm I think more so not the asshole because you've warned her. You said like, but I think what was that conversation when you warned her? Did you discuss why she wasn't doing as much?
Yeah.
Because
Or
if
was it just accusatory?
yeah, but I think if there was maybe less chores, not the asshole.
Yeah.
but I think there should have been a conversation there when she said, "Oh, she started slacking, so I've told her pick up the slack or I'm selling him."
We need to know how that conversation went.
Yeah, was there actually a discussion about, like someone said, like why the chores are so important
Mhm.
and why she needs to do them, but also why isn't she doing them?
Yeah. What is it that's making her
Because surely as a parent, her GCSEs are more important than a bit of washing up.
mm.
Tough one.
Or was it just a, "You haven't been doing your chores, sort it out, otherwise I'm sending tickets."
Yeah.
Was it like a threat or was it like a, "Well, what's going on"
Yeah.
conversation?
So I'm thinking 60% not the asshole,
Okay.
40% a bit the asshole
Yeah.
from what information we have there.
And this is why I would never want to be a parent
Yeah.
because it's just it's tough, man.
Yeah.
These decisions are
But
tough.
yeah, as a parent, if you don't want to do it, you can't threaten it because if you threaten it, then you have to follow through.
Yeah.
I do think you have to follow through. She has warned her.
She hasn't said at all that she feels any sort of regret for doing it. She's just saying, "This is what I think. I
Yeah.
think I'm in the right.
Yeah,
Am I
she's
the
I
asshole?"
think
She
it's
doesn't
fair,
sound
but
like she's
yeah.
got any sort of remorse for what she's done.
Well, the general consensus in the comments is not the asshole, but there are a lot of people that just are very like, we don't have enough information.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's my thoughts.
Mm.
60% not the asshole, 40% the asshole.
Okay. Maybe I agree with you. Maybe I'm 50-50.
Yeah.
Because I do
That's it.
understand it's difficult as a
Yeah.
parent, but
Yeah.
I don't know. All of those for the amount of time and the things not quite adding up to me. Like I've told her to do it for a couple of weeks. She's done it for a couple of weeks. It's, I
Mhm.
don't know.
Yeah.
It's something's not quite adding up. So I'm a bit 50-50 with that one.
Yeah.
Tough. And I'm not a parent. So
Yeah. But let us know what you guys think.
yeah, I'd be very intrigued if you agree with our opinions that we've shared or
Mhm.
not, for sure. This was very fun. I would do this a lot more often. Is there a lot of concert Reddits?
I had a few saved. I've just found another one that came up on the side of it that looks interesting, so I'll see if I can find some more and we'll do it again.
Okay, I would love that. Let us know if you guys really enjoyed this episode and we can do another episode on this. I think that I'd like to do it for sure. So it would be
Mhm.
interesting to know if you guys enjoyed this um, as a little segment in between when we do not have any concerts to review.
Mhm.
So yeah, very, very nice. I enjoyed that. Very nice. So I think that's about it for this episode, unless you have anything to add. No? Amazing. Well then, thank you very much for watching this week's episode. We will see you next Thursday with a brand new episode. Thank you for watching and please subscribe if you haven't already. Bye.